Welcome back inside the Alabama film room. I'm Lauren Sisler. This is John Parker Wilson. Alabama getting their third undefeated regular season under Alabama head coach Nick Saban. And now, John Parker, you've seen Alabama play 12 football games. Going back to the beginning of the season and where they're at now, what kind of progressions have you seen from them? What stands out most to you with this team?
Yeah, so I think we've changed a lot. I think we've definitely evolved from the first game against USC to the last game against Auburn. First game we started Blake Barnett at quarterback. We've come a long way, and Jalen has definitely taken the reins, won the team, and is the rest is history now. I think our defense, as good as they were the first game, they've gotten better, and without question, the number one defense in the country. So just putting it together, all three phases. And I think they've gotten better each week. I think they're hungry. They haven't gotten complacent at all, whether they're playing Auburn or they're playing Western Kentucky. It looks like they're trying to get better each and every week.
And you bring up a good point there. Blake Barnett starting the season. Jalen Hurts is their quarterback. Obviously, he's shown a lot of progression, even in this Auburn game. One thing I like about Jalen is that he's very poised, and he doesn't let mistakes get to him. He doesn't get too high. He doesn't get too low. You're going to show some plays here from the Iron Bowl and what we saw from him in some of his first quarter throws.
Yeah, and I think, he's probably grown more than anybody, especially in his passing abilities. We'll take a look at it right here. Early in the first quarter shows exactly that. We've got a three progression read right here. So we've got a deep ball that's going to be the first read. Dieter's going to run a deep out route, which is going to be the second read. And then if none of that's there, he'll throw it to Damian Harris in a flat, so his third read. So he's reading it top down, and he does a really good job of throwing a really good ball. I mean, reads the cornerback, and we'll see on the end zone angle just how good of a read it was. First off, we got a great pocket. I mean, all day to go through this read and see what's going on and even step up into it. But his first read's the deep ball. The cornerback took that away. Now he's reading the out route to the flat route, and all Jalen is doing is just keying the cornerback. So can I fit it in based on the cornerback? He decides yes, and we'll see how good of a throw it is. Just right between the corner. He sees the corner sliding out to guard the flat. Great throw and catch. And definitely got his rhythm going for the rest of the game. Okay, here's another play in the first quarter still, but it's basically the same read progression, but a different way to get it. And I want to watch the linebackers right here. We've been talking all year about the misdirection and how the passing game tunes in with the running game. You can see the linebackers, as soon as Jalen takes the snap and fakes the ball to the running back, they're coming up. So right now they're frozen. They should be dropping since it's a pass play, but they're still basically at their starting position, which definitely helps out in the downfield of the passing game, which just says nice touch ball. So the last ball we saw was, the on the rope, throwing it hard. This one is a nice touch ball over the top. We'll see the wide angle of exactly the read that Jalen's going to go through. So once again, it's the long. This guy's clearing out. We've got a corner route, and then we're going to have a flat route over here. Corner, once again, is out of position, and Jalen does a great job this time of throwing it over the defenders. And a huge pickup to Ardere Stewart, who, talk about getting better. Ardere Stewart has increased his production dramatically, but just now we're finding different ways all over the field to get him the ball. I mean, he's improved as much as anybody. Okay, here's another play of Jalen just, I think, maturing in the passing game. We've got four verticals. Play always love, but a little bit different down here at the bottom. Calvin Ridley and Dieter are going to do what's called a switch release. So right now Dieter's on the inside, and he's going to release to the outside. Calvin, who is outside, is going to come in and run his seam from the outside position. And watch the corner and what it does to him, because he's playing man, and he thinks he's going to give Calvin a quick jab. And when he does, you'll see what happens. And he just basically swings and misses, and this is what develops his play is Calvin's now wide open. And we'll see from the wide angle right here of Jalen recognizing this. So when the DB is running behind one of our fastest guys, that's not good. See, he's 2 yards behind. Jalen recognizes this, leads him upfield. Right now he's beat. Now the only thing he's got to worry about is that free safety. Throws it in time where he could stay away from the safety but also beat the cornerback who was well behind in the play.
And John Parker, a common theme there, you talk about Jalen Hurts and his ability to read his progressions, but also an example here of his ability to get the ball to his check down.
Yeah, so we saw him throw the laser ball over the top, throwing to different angles. This is probably my favorite one. We'll see him go through the progression, hitch, check, look downfield, deliver it to Damian Harris, breaks tackle, runs it in for the touchdown.
And great block by there by Ardarius Stewart.
Good block. Every explosive play is going to have downfield blocking, but just watch Jalen. Watch his head. We always look at the center stripe of the helmet because you know exactly where he's looking. So he fakes and he's looking left, looking at these guys. He's reading this double post concept, which is taken away, and rather than force it on first down in the red zone, does what you're supposed to do, finds your outlet, finds a good throwing lane, delivers it to one of the biggest playmakers on the team, and he does what he does and scores a touchdown. This is what it takes to be a good quarterback, and he's doing it as a freshman.
And obviously Alabama, their ability to run the football has obviously progressed throughout the season, and we've seen different looks from them in terms of the run game. Auburn, a great defense here, stacking the box, selling out on the run game, and yet they're still able to chunk yards away.
Yeah, this is as run as you get right here. There's 7 minutes left. We're up by 18 points. It's 3rd and 9. Everybody in the building, everybody in the state knows we're going to hand it to Bo Scarborough, and this is just so exciting to see Bo come along like he has in the past few games. Gets met in the backfield, breaks a tackle, and basically secures the game. So we were able to keep the ball basically the whole fourth quarter. Bo right here, showing what he does best. He's shifty as it gets, but looks like Derrick Henry back there running the ball when he gets and is able to break those tackles.
Okay, so Alabama facing Florida on Saturday for another SEC championship title. Florida is certainly banged up. A lot of guys out, especially on defense. And, of course, a lot of people already think Alabama's a shoo-in for the playoff, which they are. Nick Saban, though, sounding off on it on Monday. What were your thoughts on his reaction to everybody pretty much saying, doesn't matter if they go in here and win this game or not?
Yeah, I think as a player and as a coach, it's all about winning. It's about winning every game. It doesn't matter if you're in the playoffs or not. You got to go out and get better, and you're playing for the SEC championship. This is goal number one at the beginning of the year is you got to make it to the SEC championship, then you have to win. Now we're playing Florida, who everybody knows the history since the start of the SEC championship that Alabama has with Florida. So this is going out and taking care of business, and that's what it's all about, because anytime you step out of the field, you got to win. You want to win. As much time, energy, and effort as you put into playing all year, you want to win this SEC championship. They have it plastered all over the complex. Put your year up there. This is the next step on the road to what will be the playoffs. But for players, it's about going out there and winning the ball game.